Hello everyone and welcome. Today it's time for a video that's one half skill guide and one half arena discussion. We're talking about the duel skills, what they do, why they're a big deal, and how they set the stage for the future. Duel skills are A-slot skills with an equip cost of 300 skill points. They were introduced as part of the Muspel General's banner. Duel skills have 3 ranks and are restricted to specific color and movement type combinations. At the time of recording, we have Red Flyer Duel and Green Infantry Duel, which can be inherited from Leggjarn and Helbindi respectively. Mechanically, duel skills do 2 things. First, they give the equipped unit plus 5 HP. Second, they grant the equipped unit a virtual BST for the purposes of arena score. Flyer and Infantry Duel boost BST to 170. In other words, by using duel skills, you can trade your A skill for a substantial increase in scoring potential. A unit like Soren can now score the same or better than Sheena. On the surface, this isn't too complicated. Duel skills literally serve one function. They make a wider selection of non-armor units score viable in the arena, albeit with a performance handicap. But there is some nuance that we should tease out here. First, duel skills are the only skill family with a variable score value. Different units get more or less points from running duel skills. For example, Inigo will get more effective points from Green Infantry Duel than Helbindi will. Basically, duel skills are disproportionately more effective on units with lower BST. To me, that's a really good thing. Gen 1 units, especially dancers and ranged, were becoming irrelevant at a shocking pace. Now, thanks to duel skills, units like Inigo have been given a new lease on life. Duels are a bona fide catch-up mechanism for old units, at least insofar as old units get more benefit from them. Second, duel skills establish a new baseline for competitive arena investment. If you're taking the arena seriously, duel skills are going to be high up on your priority list, unless, of course, you're someone using merged armor units. On the one hand, this sucks because duels are strictly better than all other A skills for the purposes of scoring. On the other, it separates power creep from score creep in a more defined way. IS is effectively selling access to higher arena score floors in exchange for orbs, and they're doing it in a way that doesn't necessarily influence PvE balance. Players who are emotionally invested in arena will continue to use duel skills, but players who don't care can safely ignore them. Just as a point of comparison, let's contrast duel skills with upgraded assist skills. Rally Speed Defense Plus not only increases score, but it also grants access to +6 buffs in the assist slot. This raises the score ceiling, but also the power ceiling too. Duels, however, intentionally lower a unit's power ceiling in exchange for higher score. Duels are thus irrelevant for players who don't care about score, while they simultaneously offer competitive players a new form of vertical score growth. In other words, the Heroes Arena and the rest of Heroes are starting to diverge. How you build units for combat and how you build them for score is already different, but going forward it's going to become more and more obvious. Arena will soon be a different game altogether, if it isn't already. Either way, whether you like duel skills or not, it feels like IS is perhaps charging a premium to make up for some deficiencies in their existing score system. That's not great. Finally, duel skills are an indirect nerf to a lot of popular, currently score-viable arena units. Units like Effie, Faye, and Noe are going to fall behind in a post-duel world because they lack personal weapons. In fact, because duels make up for any BST difference, units with personal weapons and skills are now the de facto best candidates for free-to-play players to merge up and invest in. That's not bad in a vacuum, but it is unfortunate for people who might have sunk resources into currently popular free-to-play staples. Duel skills recontextualize the value of previous choices and potentially diminish the impact of investments you have made in the past. We can talk about arena score and optimization all we want, but players spend resources to get there. This is a necessary evil in any competitive game. It isn't something we should panic about, but it is frustrating. The only hope is that the units hurt by the addition of duel skills will get access to personal weapons themselves. Duel skills are a mixed bag. They're good in some ways, bad in others, and don't really address the underlying problems that plague arena score. Still, they do open the door for more diversity in the high-end arena metagame, and they do enable popular, older characters to stay relevant despite low BST. It's a shame they're so expensive, but I think that's a price people will be willing to pay. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. You can find me on Twitter at DireThunderYT, so feel free to send me cool stuff or just drop by to say hello. As always, I hope to see you next time. Take care.